Kirk, how do you feel the scrimmage went for you? We talked to Coach Narduzzi earlier today, so that maybe consistency is something you need to kind of maybe hone in on.
Yeah, definitely. Being a punter, one of the things like you want to go out there and smack a big ball every day. That's every punter's dream. But being able to do that every time, so I went out there a little bit, I think maybe too excited and tried to crush every ball, which a couple of them came off really good, and then a couple not so good. So it's good reality check halfway through the camp, and that's what camp's for, is to prepare for the season and get that consistency down pat where I can help the team on every punt, not just the ones that I crush. So I'm happy with how it went because it's a good learning curve, and I'm glad that I can move forward from that.
How do you feel, how do you feel you've improved from this point last year to now, and what specific areas do you think you've gotten really better at?
Well, having a season just to play, and for me that was my first season ever playing college football, playing football, just hands down. Having that experience, game day prep, how you manage your body through the week and everything like that, it's been like a tremendous help, with what Coach Andrews does for us here, and even Coach Powell and how he monitored our kicking schedule last year, because from last year we know the schedule we had throughout camp and how we're going to kick, and now Kes and I can go in and plan our recovery, plan our stretching days we have off, days we're going to kick hard and get extra reps and extra volume in. So just having that knowledge and years of experience is I'm excited, just because all I'm going to get is more experience over the time and more opportunity to grow.
Kirk, a lot of coaches like to go through directional planning.
Yep.
But they also give you a chance to boom it as far as you can, no matter where it lands.
I don't think so. I wish for something like that. That sounds like a good thing to do. But no, we're trying to stick on the directional punting for this year. That's what we got into towards the end of last season. And if I can pin them outside the numbers, or even use the 12th man, which is the boundary line, that takes a lot of pressure off our special teams. So that's what I'm going to try and aim to do this year.
How did you feel, at the end of the season about the way you were punting compared to the beginning of the season?
Yeah, definitely. That's something I really do take pride in. Is I forget the exact state, but I did struggle early in the season, and having that experience of having the ups and downs of how it all goes, and getting some consistency into my punting and stuff, and having a better sort of mental approach to the game towards the end. I was really happy going into the ACC championship game when it was wet and stuff like that. Whereas early in the year, the wet sort of did freak me out a little bit. So now we do practice wet balls, practice and everything. Now I've got that confidence back that if it's a rainy game, it's not going to faze me.
Are you getting comfortable as a number one holder?
Yeah, definitely. It was something that I'm here to help Kessman, and that's his job. And if I'm the best one for it, then I'm happy to do that, and I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can for it. So we're getting plenty of wet balls, using the jugs machine. So the receivers are teaching us how to catch, which is good. I'm just trying to do the best job I can, and help him out, and then that ultimately helps the team.
Did you ever hold before the Penn State game last year?
Yeah, we just did some in practice here and there, but
before you came here.
The program that I came through, Pro Kick Australia, it teaches fundamentally punting, but it does make you aware of holding and how the basic fundamentals of it is. But once I got here, that's where I sort of learnt from Winslow. He was a tremendous holder, so using his expertise, he sort of imparted that wisdom onto me.
You didn't take any off the face through the drugs machine, did you?
I wear the helmet just to save that, because that might happen one day.
Yeah, I guess how much more complicated and intricate is holding than maybe your average person would think? Because it seems, I guess, for some people like a relatively simple thing, but there's a whole lot that goes into it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, everyone focuses on the kicker. Everyone thinks, that kick was a miss, that kick was no good. But it all comes down to a game of inches. And if I put that ball just an inch off the wrong spot or a little bit far back, it affects how Kes kicks the ball. And all the issues come onto me if I drop one, or it's obviously a bad hold. But if I'm just a little bit off, that affects him, and the pressure goes onto him. Which I want to take that all on me and make sure I'm doing it the perfect amount that I can for him.
You always have to spin it.
Get the laces out, and everything like that. Make sure the correct tilt. And Kes is a perfectionist, as we all know, so got to make sure I'm getting it good for him. He's back there staring me down, so I try not to make him too upset.
So is it just you just do it over and over and over again? Is that the only way to really kind of get it down?
Yeah, and it's just all different situations. Coach Narduzzi is really good with that. We've had sudden change field goals, which doesn't happen that often in the game, but in practice we get it. So even if I'm not ready or Cal hasn't warmed up, so it might affect how Cal snaps it, and if the snap's a bit wobbly or a bit high or a bit low, or just all of those different factors can come in on a game day. So the way we're preparing for it is get as many reps and as much volume as we can in pretty much all aspects of the holding, so that when it comes, I'm not surprised, I'm not shocked by what's going to happen.
So they'll go whisper to Cal, hey, put this one off to the side, or put
it
it high, or
no.
stuff like that, just to try and test you a little bit?
No, they're going to get Cal to snap the best snaps he can at all times, and Cal's been great. He's made my job a lot easier, but it's more just on random times, or like this field goal could be here, then Kenny will hold, he's the backup, so he'll hold one, and then Kirk, you take this one, and it's just like there's no certainty to when I'm going to be holding and at what point in practice. So it's not like I know period 3 I have to hold. It can come at any point, and that has helped my sort of development a little bit.
Do you have Winslow on speed dial in case you have a question?
Yeah, he's texted me a couple times, and he's always coming around and offering advice, which is really nice. He's such a great guy, and a great mentor to all us specialists, not just me, but to Kess and Cal as well.
Is he at a camp this year?
Yeah, I think he's at the Arizona Cardinals. From what I know, he's battling for that job, so I'm excited to see how he goes, because it'd be great to get another Pitt man. And I think he's versing Andy Lee out there, so
That's right.
couple of Pitt punters, which is good. So I'll love to watch that competition.